If you're ready for your next fight, somebody give me a hell yeah. Please welcome to the blue corner, Damien Nunez.
All right, guys, we are in for a fun fight. Dazzling Damien Nunez. I think the fourth time stepping here to this Fury cage. He's got a really fun striking style. He'll throw spinning wheel kicks. He'll throw big Superman punches. He'll brawl. He'll grapple. He fought some pretty high-level competition, too. He did fight Alon Gonzalez, who was our current flyweight champion. The fight didn't go his way, but fighting guys at that skill set just give tremendous experience. And Damien Nunez, he's a showman, and he's always just fighting a really fun fight.
Really love the shorts that he's coming out with right now as well. Little bandana style, cowboy hat, enjoying the walkout. Looks really good.
Yeah, y'all know Damien pretty well. Y'all fought against him. Alan had a very tough fight with him. Alan beat him. So having Damien come back from this loss is going to be interesting to see his mindset, where he's at, and what he could do different to learn from his loss.
All right, we got Dazzling Damien here in the cage. Let's meet his experienced opponent.
Please welcome to the red corner, Ryan Perez.
All right, Ryan Perez out of San Antonio. This is being his 7th amateur fight. He too has fought some pretty high-level competition. And he's got a good, well-rounded game. He'll go for submissions. He'll stand and crack. Both these guys have fought at flyweight in the past, but this fight is a bantamweight fight. Another set of young bloods scrapping it out, so this will be a fun pace, I'm sure.
When do you make the change is one question I always ask. 7 fights as an amateur. Are you looking to go for 10? Are you trying to get as much experience? He is young, so he's got a lot of opportunity in front of him. His 7 fights is a lot. Some guys would look to go pro after that. Maybe he wants to get an amateur title first.
Yeah, and as you can see, his record's not as great, but sometimes that makes the fighter better. This is what we're here to do. The amateurs are here to learn. It's not all about losses. We call them lessons. We learn from our mistakes and get better.
Yeah, a clash of bodies, types too, as Dazzling Damien, tall and long, Perez a little more short and compact. All the same, we have Ryan Perez in the cage. Let's get this fight going.
The following contest, brought to you by OnlyFans, is scheduled for 3 rounds in the Fury Amateur Series Bantamweight Division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. This mixed martial artist stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, and he weighed in at 134 pounds. Fighting out of Strong Style MMA in Rosenberg, Texas. His amateur record stands at 2 wins, only 1 defeat. Here is Dazzling Damien Nunez. And introducing his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. This mixed martial artist stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, and he weighed in at 135.6 pounds. Fighting out of the Southside Fight Club in San Antonio, Texas. Tonight, he looks for his 3rd amateur win. Here is Ryan Perez. Your referee in charge of the action, Che Ferraro.
All right, we are underway.
Yeah, this is Nunez's 4th fight, all here in Fury. Perez's 7th. As this fight card continues to, go on, you're going to see more and more experience out of both fighters.
Yeah, these guys are trying to decide if they're ready to go pro, if they're ready to see and test their skills at the next level. So as we get later in their cards, especially as we're fighting for our championship belt, we're going to see the levels of the amateurs elevate.
Yeah, one thing that I can see from both guys is a heavy amount of patience. They're not trying to get in there too fast. They're both measuring their distance well. Real high level amateur fight right here.
I'll be honest, we've not really seen anyone be too reckless, even in the fights where it was two debuting fighters.
Well, we had that 125 war
Yeah.
earlier in the night. They're getting out there. They're scrapping.
Yeah, I was gonna say the flyweights definitely don't need to calm down.
I meant like no brawling. No one's been like throwing crazy sloppy techniques. Everything has been relatively deliberate and pretty calculated.
Looks like Perez is trying to measure that inside kick for that overhand right. Oof, good right hook from Nunez.
Yeah, Perez is struggling with the reach difference between the two. But he's the one kind of initiating coming forward.
Looks like he's really trying to explore that body shot to go a low high.
Yeah, it's tough going against a longer guy. You're trying to gauge your distance. You're trying to find the best areas and angles to be, especially as a shorter guy. I know he's trying to look to stay inside, maybe try to find some inside boxing because it's hard to stay at length with these longer guys.
Well, again, both guys really measuring their distance well, using that jab to enter.
Oh,
Beautiful
big high kick there from Nunez. Not a huge setup on it, though. So the hands were already up there, Perez.
I'd like to see Perez maybe put a double jab down the line to get that distance cut. Really liking that lead hook.
Oh, nice little pull right hand counter there from Nunez. But
yeah, that landed a good combination.
Perez, fired right back.
Okay, good jab.
It looks like Perez always has an answer for everything. Even when he gets caught, he's coming back with something.
Good first shot from those guys. Really good first round from those guys.
It's hard to score that first round. They both had some good moments. Perez had a lot of combo work, but then Nunez was staying on the distance and hitting, I think, the better shots. But again, hard one to score.
Yeah, Perez was coming forward more and throwing more, but Nunez did land the higher quality shots. On that one, it could be kind of hard to judge. I mean, kind of the flip of a coin. Do you score the volume and pressure or the quality of the punches? Because there really wasn't like hard damage done, despite the punches landing on either side.
Yeah, I'm ready to see a big second round for both of these guys. I think we're going to get a lot more pressure from both of these guys. I think they're just filling each other out a little bit, trying to find their distance, trying to find their range, and, trying to understand what that really means. So I think this next round, they're really going to try to get a little closer, engage a little bit more. I think we're going to see some hands start to fly.
All right, round number 2, here we go.
Okay, here's round 2.
And I think I've watched most all of Perez's fights. He prefers to kind of stand and box. I know he has struggled with some good grapplers in the past. I was curious if Nunez was going to try to get this fight to the ground and then use the submission game. But as of right now, he seems content to stand and bang it out.
And Perez is really leading with his head, trying to get a hard, looks like a little bit of a duck and chuck style thrown in there.
Good right hand from Nunez, switching the stance in.
It's one thing about Perez, he looks like he's trying to make sure he's the last one throwing at the end of every combo.
Yeah, Ryan definitely needs to make this dirty, I think, to go into his favor. He needs to close the distance a little bit and, have some fun. Start throwing some combinations in the pocket. Get a little dirty with it.
Yeah, that kind of favors his style, too.
Definitely. The way he likes to fight. Look at that. That's a good right hand from him.
Nunez looks a little more measured with his output. Like he's right back to his guard after every punch. He's not overcommitting too much. One thing about Perez is when he's coming through, he's kind of swinging to the fence.
Yeah, Damien Nunez is a little bit more of a counter striker in this fight. There's a nice setup on the right hand there from Damien Nunez.
You know, Perez showing his toughness. He's really walking through the combos from Nunez.
Oh, good uppercut, good right hand. Good combination from these guys. Nunez is starting to find his range a little bit. He's starting to touch that chin. Perez needs to start closing distance like he was doing earlier in the round.
This is one of those scenarios, especially in an amateur fight, where a well-timed takedown could change the entire pace of the fight.
Yeah, absolutely.
And not even just change, maybe you don't get the takedown, but now it gets the fighter thinking, oh, maybe he's shoot again. He drops his hands. Overhand starts to land, or other combinations start to land. The takedown just kind of sets up more opportunities for you to land bigger shots, other shots.
Doesn't look like Perez is looking to go down to the ground at all. He had him backed up to the cage for a minute, and then he just decided to back away and go right back to the striking barrage.
Yeah, these guys both seem very much so content to stand and box, which is awesome for the fans.
No lows in the action either. They've been out and back in, out and back in.
Yeah, every time. I'll tell you, Damien Nunez's amateur debut, it was that Fury card in Rosenberg. Jake, you actually fought on that card. It was one of the most violent night of fights we have ever seen in Fury. Go back on YouTube, find that whole fight card. It was brutal. Nunez was like one of the only fights that went the distance, but it was almost fight of the night. I mean, it was fun. Punch to the quad. That was weird. Interesting there for Perez. He literally punched him to the inside of his thigh.
I did. I saw a video on Twitter. They were doing punches to the thighs. They said we should start bringing it back.
Yeah.
So I might go try that out tomorrow or something. I don't know. See if it works.
That's one thing about going high, going low. I think he was trying to add a body shot in the mix, and Nunez brought his leg up, and he ended up connecting with that thigh.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Both fighters look really good in the corner. They don't look too labored. There hasn't been any grappling, so it looks like they're both going to be fresh going into the third round.
Yeah, I think Nunez did a really good job just controlling the range, controlling the distance, and he started landing some big shots at the end of the round. It's gonna be on him to control the distance, keep doing what he's doing at range, or if Perez finds the opening to take him down, or maybe land a big shot, big overhands, and try to win him the fight.
Yeah, the fight really is up for grabs going into this third round.
I'm a little bit surprised that there's not a little more blood showing from either one of them. They've both landed quite well on each other.
Yeah, they sure have.
It's one thing also if you look at each one of their faces, I've read some stuff about Muay Thai fighters. They try to go in and be stoic the whole time, show no emotion, and both these boys are doing that very well, where nothing seems to be affecting them. Ooh, big overhand right. For both guys, I'm sure in the corner they said, it's close. We're going to have to look for the finish going in this third. So you think, are they going to try to line up the perfect knockout shot? Or is it going to be maybe going to the ground? It looks like they're staying striking.
Maybe do a little bit of that. There you go, grab the leg.
Yeah, that was Perez's best combo of the whole fight. We'll see our first takedown. It's his hands together. We'll probably see a finished double leg here.
It looked like they were listening to us during the,
yeah.
during the round.
Looks like go. Almost on the back take. Needs to get that other hook in.
And we've seen Perez initiate takedowns in the past. Nunez with a near reversal attempt. He's got it. He's got a hand fight to get back up to his feet.
Good work on Nunez to get out of that bad position. And it looks like maybe Perez has decided, I think it's too close to call. I might have to bring it down.
Good head kick from Nunez over the top. A body kick from Nunez. Nunez got to work to get that takedown back. He's got to work to come back and win this round. He knows he's got to take it down now. His opponent's a little tired from the takedown. He knows he's got to get to work.
He might also be in his head thinking, I have definitely landed the better shots and I'm more crisp striker.
Low nut shot, okay.
He definitely has had the better looking striking, so it's just a little bit more like, how is my crisp striking looking in comparison to the more overhand reaches?
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, do they value volume or quality? So quantity or quality here? And honestly, you can make a case for both.
Perez is starting to land some very strong right kicks. Same thing, Nunez has seen it on that side when he's in that stance, that those body kicks are there for both of them.
Yeah, I'll tell you, Nunez's best work has come from his straight left hand. He should go southpaw.
Another takedown attempt from Perez.
Hey, that was a crafty switch attempt there. And another plotter now is Damien Nunez. You don't sneeze that off in MMA. It was short-lived, but it was creative while it lasted.
Almost put himself in there, into that omoplata position.
He's got the underhook. This Damien. We'll see if he can't build his base and get up.
Perez doing a good job applying the pressure, keeping just ahead. There goes to wrap around to the back. 10 seconds left.
Nice.
Quite get the back.
Good scramble from these guys. Great scrambles.
I think this has been our hardest fight to score so far.
Absolutely.
We didn't say who we thought won, because honestly, I have no clue who took first, second, or third round. This is a great, super competitive fight.
You know, I'm thinking with the takedowns, the third round may go towards Perez. But again, Nunez's striking looked so good first and second round. I could argue that maybe he had those first 2 rounds just from the more crisp striking.
Again, it's going to be on our judges. We're going to see how our judges are feeling today, what they're seeing, what they're thinking. And overall, good fight for these young guys. They got in there, went the whole distance, got the experience, understand what it feels like to be in there. And I know 7 fights is a lot for Perez. So that's what it's all about. Win or lose, that's what it's all about. Getting the experience, getting better, and then when they're ready to keep moving forward and maybe get the belt. Looks like Nunez is calling out for the belt right there. He's did a little belt sign. Maybe he's asking for the belt.
Not surprising. It's taking a couple of seconds to get these cards figured out.
Yeah, they got a verdict. All right, Wayne is making his way back to the cage. A winner has been decided. We'll find out in just a few moments. A good technical, patient striking battle in this fight. All right, let's see who won it.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of combat, we go to the judges' scorecards for your decision. Brought to you by OnlyFans. All 3 judges score the fight 29-28, declaring your winner by unanimous decision, Ryan Perez.